Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Saturday to you all. Hopefully your weekends are off to a great start. Or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. We return to the respective albums from the drops from last night because we didn't have time to get around to the albums the day of release. And we continue with album number 2 of 3 for this evening. Oh my goodness, there's so much music. But we get to check out the rest of the album from Miss T's solo drop that happened last night. The title track Runaway was an absolute blast and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. And now, well, we get to check out the brand new B-sides off of TWICE's resident Maknae's solo debut album, and that's very exciting indeed. I have no idea how you're supposed to even pronounce it, but it's very clever. I love the way that it just combined part of her own name with the end of about. It makes the pronunciation a little bit confusing, but I think it's very cute. Stylistically very pretty indeed. So, enough waffling, we've got some music to get around to, so let's roll intro one time. Here we go! And let's get started right away. Track number 1 is the title track Runaway. We've already spent time on it in MV form, so we won't cover it in the album listen. If you want to watch that videos on the channel, but let me read off the credits one time. That's what we do here for album listens. Every single time we come across a song, read off the credits, lyrics, production, composition, so we can give credit where credit is due. Also, so I can nerd out about some producers here and there. So, track number 1, Runaway, lyrics by Mr. JYP himself. Composition, Andrea Rosario, Elsa Curran, David Kingston, Johnny Simpson with David. Oh, it's David Kingston. Cool name, David Kingston and Johnny Simpson on arrangement. Which takes us to the first of the B-sides. This is track number 2, Heartbreak In Heaven, featuring Mr. Peniel from B2B. What a cool collaboration piece one time. Which also reminds me I need to go and listen to Changsub's album. Oh god, this weekend is gonna be so long. Anyways, lyrics by Tom Mann, Nicole Blair, Alex Stacey, Peter Rycroft, and Mr. Peniel himself. Composition, Tom Mann, Nicole Blair, Alex Stacey, Peter Rycroft, and Mr. Peniel with Lost Boy on arrangement. So same theme on lyrics as on composition. Also getting Peniel involved on composition as well. Very cool.
Baby, I'll be your heartbreak in heaven. House like hell, but it's worth every second in your
So we're not shying away from the vocal power, aren't we?
I'll be your heartbreak in heaven. Say you like the bad ones till you go and get one. No, oh no.
I wonder if this entire album is going to be this type of direction. The kind of plucky, upbeat type music, because Runaway was definitely that plucky, upbeat kind of throwback sound.
Going places you ain't never been tonight. I can show you love under the bright lights. Hope you down to say goodbye. Cause baby, I'll be your heartbreak in heaven. House like hell, but it's worth every second.
So is this the pre-chorus, or is this a 2-stage chorus?
I'll be your heartbreak in heaven. Fireworks in your heart running so deep. Serotonin
Could be either at this point.
yeah, I'll be everything that you're missing. I'll be your heartbreak in heaven.
They're keeping this bass quite far back in the mix, aren't they? I wonder if it's a lyric video thing that's doing that. It's a little bit loud.
Changing like the desert, I'ma love you hot and cold. So cold. If you feel like going places you ain't never been tonight, I can show you love under the bright lights. Hope you down to say goodbye. Cause baby, I'll be
And it's very similar to Runaway in that it's a song that the beat kind of just takes over and you don't really need to pay attention to follow along. You can just kind of let the song take you places. Yeah, I think I might have to go to Spotify and listen to this later after we're done recording to see if the mixing is the exact same as this, because it feels really treble heavy here. And like, this is with my headphones being on a little bit of a bass boost setting. Like, I have it on EDM music's presets, and it's very minimal on the bottom end.
It's not good for me, but I can't help it when I see you. I just keep coming back for more. Can't tell if I'm in heaven or hell anymore. No.
So are we only going to get Mr. Peniel on the bridge then? I wish we got more Peniel. Whether it's like, you know, background vocals or maybe like a little background vocal ad-lib section in the final chorus, something like that. Yeah, that mixing thing. I really do want to go and listen to the Spotify version and see if it's like that or not. But I'm not mad at the song. I think, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it's a very simple pop song. Like, there's no really like kind of hidden bells and whistles going on in there that's gonna jump out and scare you. It's a really just straightforward song. It's a nice kind of quirky little bounce to it. It's really all you need to explain it. And like, you know, sonically and sensation wise, it does feel like a connection to Runaway a little bit, kind of like the younger sister of Runaway, in that it has that easy to listen to vibe, and it has the pluckiness to it. It's just, I think sonically a little bit generally just brighter than Runaway was. Runaway had a little bit more of like a, I mean, that kind of throwback sound gives it a little bit more of a adrenaline-inducing vibe to it. Heartbreak in Heaven just kind of feels cute and quirky, and if you like that type of stuff, you'll like this song. For me, I prefer Runaway over Heartbreak in Heaven if I had to pick over the two. And have we had? I'm trying to think back to Gio's solo now, but has every single TWICE solo project had an all-English song on it? Now that's got me thinking to Nayeon's two solos. Like, was it Love Countdown with Felix? Wasn't that an all-English song? I forget which Jihyo, but is that true, or am I just misremembering things? Because it feels like we've gotten at least one all-English song out of every TWICE solo release, but huh. Alright, let's keep her moving. Oh, and we have another feature. Look at that. Track at number 3, Lazy Baby, featuring PH1, Mr. Harry on the, I'm assuming verse 2. Or we could get him on the bridge again like we did with Heartbreak in Heaven. Let's find out. Lyrics by Yi Jin and Mr. PH1. Composition Bobby Lene Taylor, Olayan Omi Kunrede, Mark Gosman, Shayon Daniels, Nikki Funicelli, and PH1 himself. Arrangement, Marky Style, Shayon Daniels, and Nikki Funicelli. I guess as a duo, they're known as Jenga Productions. Very cool. Not very familiar with PH1's musical side of things. Oh, hello. So we're really gonna go with the kind of cute and quirky direction. Okay. That is such a mood. Wow. I was not expecting like just a full-on cutesy song from TZUYU. How long has it been since we've gotten like peak cutesy Maknae energy from TZUYU? Oh my goodness. Oh, I love how cute this is. And it's like unashamedly cute too. Especially with all like the spoken chorus lines.
time killing and 달콤한 healing 숨겨왔던 내 개인기는 멍 때리며 chilling 또 스마트폰은 초승달로 보내 on a rocket ship 오늘 내가 보고 싶은 건 따구리 천장이지 I'm tryna go swim good 내 위를 배영으로 then I eat good 나 뜻시켜 대형으로 they don't guilty pleasures feel so nice yeah 내일이 되면 후회할지 몰라도 I do it twice 끝이 없는 일주일
오늘만은 little bit
하루 종일 little bit
I am really lazy
You're really lazy
We got the two-part vocals.
You're really lazy
I'm really lazy
You're really lazy
I'm really lazy
You're really lazy
월화수목금 토일 없는 일주일 쉴 곳은 집은 내게 더 집중
Oh, I was enjoying the clapping section.
When you gonna do it? What you gonna do? When you gonna do it? Hey, 오늘만큼은 I'm a lazy baby 내게만 집중 누가 뭐라든
Harry, I hear you back there on the ad-libs too.
Hey.
Okay. I love it. I love the fact that it is unashamedly cute. And it's not like it's not trying to hide the fact that it's cute. Even we got PH1 getting cute on the track. Like that's crazy. And look, I think compositionally in terms of the instrumental section as well, it's got a lot of things that I like. It's fast, it's snappy, it's bouncy. It's got all of the brass instruments, and I love a good brass section in a song. The fact that that brass section is that one part of the instrumental that's carried over into PH1's verse in the bridge is really cool, because they could have, when you get a rapper on a rap verse on a feature artist, the instrumental will always make way to better accommodate the rap verse. That's just how pop verses have worked in K-pop historically, especially on a very melodic and high energy song like Lazy Baby. But the fact that they retained the brass hits for the instrumental section already points in my book on that front. But also, PH1, my guy, understood the assignment as the featured artist on this song, because the delivery definitely playing into that kind of cutesy vibe. It's almost like conversational at points in this song, where yes, there you still have that underlying melody in the vocal top line, but there's certain lines where, whether it is TZUYU or whether it is PH1 on the vocal top line, you'll still get a sense of melody, but there'll be certain phrases or certain words, certain sets of words that'll be delivered in a more conversational, more like talking way, rather than like a proper rhythmic rap section, or whether it's a proper melodic vocal moment. It'll be almost conversational, almost like the song is talking to you, or like you as the listener is like sitting in on a conversation amongst themselves. And that final chorus essentially is a conversation between the two, right? Because you have PH1 in the background doing ad-libs, and then you have TZUYU taking the main top line. And the main chorus itself also has both melodic and shouty talky moments. Everything about this song is very conversational. And yet the song is about, it's essentially like the upbeat, this is like TZUYU's reinterpretation of Today I Don't Feel Like Doing Anything. Except she made it kind of punk rocky about, what are you gonna do today? Nothing. When are you gonna do it? Not right now. Like, I think it's great. It's also very much, I feel very seen and I feel very attacked, because I've been, as much as I hate to admit it, there have been very lazy days for me in the past week when I probably shouldn't have been lazy. So I feel a little bit seen, but this song's really cute, so I'm gonna give it a pass for me being very much exposed and very much seen, because that's adorable and I love that. Sometimes I like cutesy, like girl pop music too. All right, allow me. But we keep moving. Track number 4, Losing Sleep. Oh my gosh, am I about to be even more seen? Because I know my sleep schedule has been all sorts of messed up. But lyrics by Moon Yorum of Jam Factory. Composition Johnny Hawkins, Maria Hazel, and Trejean Marie with Trejean Marie on arrangement. I don't know why I went French there. I like the EDM feel already.
In my room, 잠못 드는 밤 선명한 이 기분. Yeah, I know what I want. 예민한 두 sense. 일렁이 몰라 쌓이던 얼음 face. Baby, oh it's you.
I also like that we're getting a little bit more of that lower TZUYU vocal now, especially following Lazy Baby.
근데 왜 이러는지.
Admittedly, we are getting a little bit more higher vocal now, but
널 향한 이 craving. I've been losing sleep over you. I've been losing sleep over you. 너만 또 생각나. 잠이 오질 않잖아. Losing sleep over
there's like a combination of like 4 or 5 different EDM genres going on here, but I like it. It's like they've taken the edge off of a heavy kind of EDM-y, almost like tropical house meets Moombahton vibe, but lean a little bit more into the melody side of things. And it works really well, actually. Love all the harmonies there. Love the extra kind of character we're getting in the vocal delivery for the pre-chorus. And then you get this kind of plucky, crisp bounciness in the beat for the chorus. Holy whistle tones borderline? Oh my goodness. I was so high. Talk about getting your attention to the bridge, eh? Oh, but we're really gonna take our time kind of finishing the song though, aren't we? Was not expecting that outro to last that long. Also surprised that how short this song is, because it feels a lot longer than this. Like, if you get rid of the outro, it's probably sitting at like 225-ish, maybe like 230. It does not feel that short when you're listening to it. That's rare. Sometimes we come across songs like this where in reality, it feels really short, but it feels a lot longer than it actually is. That's kind of cool though. Losing Sleep, it's if we're listening to this album in order, coming from the high energy of Lazy Baby, starting with that low vocal right at the beginning, I think is a great setup for the song. I am a big fan of an EDM song. I like a whole wide variety of genres, so if I say I like a certain genre, odds are I'm probably going to say the same thing about another genre later in the album. This is kind of the exact same way. The pluckiness that you get from an EDM type beat is always, I think, going to be a great time. And it's a really creative but simple way of getting some energy in, because you can do a lot of things with an EDM track and kind of like spruce it up and make it so it's kind of your EDM track in a way. Losing Sleep kind of taking bits and pieces from various genres, but also at the same time taking the edge off of what you kind of call a traditional EDM hit, you know, heavy bass, heavy, like say, you know, if I were to bounce a ball off of my desk here, it's like if I had a bouncy ball, if I dropped it, you would see that very bouncy reflex going back up. You get a nice height off of it. EDM has that really high energy bounce to it. I mean, it's called electronic dance music. You want that bounce to dance along to. Oh, with Losing Sleep, even though it takes cues from EDM, various EDM genres, it doesn't have that harsh, aggressive bounce back up. It's got a little bounce. A bounce that's significantly softer. It's like rather than bouncing a bouncy ball or a bouncy ball, you're bouncing say a tennis ball. It still bounces, but if you kind of let it drop on its own, it doesn't have that harsh rebound up again. That's what Losing Sleep does for me. It's got a nice pluckiness, but it's not like an aggressive vertical jump. It kind of hops a little bit. And that pluckiness definitely helps with that as well. It's not a terribly fast song either, which I think definitely also plays into that not as harsh rebound effect. And honestly, it's balanced really well too. It listens super nice. The bridge is crazy though. That super high vocal moment is outrageously high. I don't know if that's her natural vocal doing that, or if that's a kind of digitally modified vocal doing that. Regardless, that is high. And regardless of who's listening to it, that moment will immediately get the listener's attention, no matter what they're doing. Because you cannot miss that. You physically cannot miss that. Interesting. Keep her moving though. Track at number 5, One Love, Mi Brida. Lyrics by Lee Suran. Composition Camille, Rick Parkhouse, George Dizard, with Red Triangle on arrangement. Some familiar names in here as well. I was hoping we get some pitch toms again. Oh, we don't get the pitch toms. There they are. Are we gonna get a little snappy with it again? Are we gonna get a kind of lazy baby part 2? Love a cheeky clap session. Section. Whoa, hello. Was not expecting you to anthem it one time. What? Yeah, we really have timed the chorus drop. Hold on. Because we're gonna naturally ramp it back up for verse 2. What? Hold on. My bet is final chorus is gonna be double time. I don't think they're gonna keep it at anthem speed all 3 choruses. Let's see. That pitch tom section is, I don't know why I love it so much, but I love it. This chorus really, I'm pretty sure this might be the pre-chorus actually. Though it's got the sensation of a chorus. Cool separated vocal moment. Build up the bottom end. Almost vocally exclusive. Build up the background. No, we're gonna keep it at the anthem pace. Love the moving background vocal part here. Wow. Okay, that is not how I expected that song to go. I'm weirdly intrigued by that though. Like, I would have loved to get that chorus at that double time pace that the verse sets itself for, but the impact that the halftime anthem feel you get in the chorus when that comes around, it's actually quite an impactful moment. And much like kind of, you know, losing sleep with that vocally high moment, it's one that you can't really miss. Like that impact moment, yes, it's sonically very different, but pacing wise is so immediately different that you can't not notice it. Interesting. So does this song not have a pre-chorus then? Does it just have a really long chorus? Hold on, I'm gonna go back and listen to verse 1 for a second, because I'm actually not so sure now. Okay, so we do get a pre-chorus. It's that we just stick together, baby. That is that pre-chorus. It's just so short and happens so fast. And then immediately you follow it up with halftime, boom, anthem feeling. It's like, the how did we get here question pops to mind. But I'm not, like, would I have preferred to have heard that chorus in double time at least once? Yes, I would have liked to hear the high energy chorus kind of like stick around. But having said that, that power you get from half timing it into that anthem sensation is quite nice on the ears. Like, you get a different kind of heaviness to it that is immediately recognizable, but is also very prominent. If that makes sense. Like, it's one that, I mean, you can't miss because it's so different, but because it's so different and because you're really focused on it, every hit on like the major beats lands a little bit harder. So like, even though you've lost the speed element of it, you're definitely not lacking on the power side of things, and that kind of balancing act is very clever, and I approve of the creativity going on the composition side of things. Because here's me thinking, oh, we're probably going to get another cutesy pop song kind of like we did with Lazy Baby. Nope, anthem. And you wouldn't know that unless you listened through the entire song, because if you just listen to the verse, like a couple seconds of the verse, and you skipped ahead, you just think it's just another cutesy pop song. Definitely not just any ordinary cutesy pop song. Cool. And one final song on the album. This is track number 6, titled Fly. Lyrics by TZUYU. Love to get a little bit of, well, I would normally say member credit in here, but there's only one member involved. The fact that, you know, we got Miss TZUYU writing her own stuff. Very cool. And it's just her on the lyric credits, so loved that. Composition, Daniel Dern, Katrine Cleith, and Kim Woo-sung from Number K, and PDLI of Monotree. Love to see a little Monotree involvement. Ever reliable music team from over at Monotree. An arrangement, it looks like it's the exact same team. Yeah, it's the exact same team. Cool. Alright, I gotta lock in on lyrics, especially on this one. I'm a very ears first person when it comes to songs, so
Give me ways to fly again. 저 멀리 날아가. I hear you always
low
by
vocal
my
start.
side. 두렵지 않아. 아무도 몰래 나를 또 숨기려 할 때쯤 다시는 들면 알아 넌 내 옆에 있단 걸. You help me on my way. 지치고 힘들 때 따뜻이 내 맘만 나지.
That bass singing a little bit more of a plucky direction than I thought it was going to. Hello, stacked vocals too. I was about to comment on how pretty that chorus was, but this post-chorus, that post-chorus might have just made that chorus for me. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty, and it's got a huge soundscape. Like the song kind of just expands all around you, but it's so soft and so gentle.
먹구름이 가득할지도 몰라. Anyway, I'm gonna try. You are the reason why, 'cause I know I'm alive. I fly like a butterfly. Fly, little butterfly. I spread my wings and fly. I'm a believer.
Nice dramatic release there. You can feel that build coming. I just didn't know what that direction it was gonna take, but it's almost cinematic. Flying to the blue sky. It's a terrific melody. It's a terrific song. It's so gentle. And a bona fide outro to finish. Oh, the roll piano chord at the end too. Oh, hold on a second. That song cooked a little bit. That's a lot of me. That's a lot of me. And here's the thing. I think naturally was really going to like this because of the fact that I love a ballad. I think the ballad is one of the prettiest genres of music in really any realm, especially both in pop and rock. The ballad will always win with me. I will always have a soft spot for the ballad. I have great memories of it. It's one of my favorite genres of music. Growing up with 80s music, one of my favorite genres, or subgenres I should say, was the 80s power ballad from like the hard rock and hair metal scene. And while Fly inherently is not like that sappy emotional ballad by any means, it's significantly brighter, it's a little bit faster. It has the traits of that emotional sappy ballad that I want out of a final song on an album type beat. Fly essentially is a way where we're gonna let this album naturally come back down to the ground, very gentle landing, and just this is very much a conclusion piece one time. Even though the lyrics, you know, fire it into the sky, kind of, the song just kind of takes off all around you. It's a way of naturally kind of dissipating the energy off of the album, and it works surprisingly well. Like, I wouldn't have been mad at a really sappy ballad. I think it would have been perfectly fine on this album. But the fact that we got kind of an in-between, well, actually, interesting enough, between the kind of anthemy nature we got from One Love and a proper out-and-out sappy emotional ballad, Fly kind of sits right in the middle of that, but it's mixed in a way that has the prettiness that you want from a ballad of this nature. And it's, the huge soundscape that just kind of continues all around you, the soft, gentle vocals just across the board, the instrumental section that just creates this gorgeous warmth. Oh, yes, absolutely. You know, I thought Lazy Baby was easily gonna be B-side down just because of how cute and fun it was. Fly might have just come in and just pulled the rug from underneath it because it's spectacular. Oh, and you know, I'm fully aware that people are gonna like the more upbeat stuff. That's perfectly fine. That's what music is all about. It's all subjective opinions and stuff. But from a ballad lover, Fly ticks all the right boxes for me, because this is essentially a ballad that isn't a ballad in the best way possible. Oh, that's a really solid album too. Like, ooh, I don't even know where this would go in terms of the various Twice stuff that I've checked out this year, or not even on camera either, just in general, various Twice stuff that's dropped this year. But actually, I won't rank them. But I will talk about what I've liked just in general from all the Twice members that we've gotten. Is the increase of the lower vocal. I feel like this year especially, we're getting more and more of Twice's lower vocals creeping into their music, and it's great. I think the low female vocal is such a slept on thing, and we got a lot of it in Fly from TZUYU, but we also got, like, the thing that immediately comes to mind for me with low vocal and Twice is the pre-chorus from I Got You, the pre-release off of that One Spark album with Diane and Momo, and it will never fall apart, and it keeps me going to know that. Like, for a guy, that's not very low, but for a female singing that, oh, goosebumps. Goosebumps. I hope we get more of those vocal moments like that coming out of just anything Twice related, because they are so good at what they do. And I mean, there's a reason they've been around for so long, is because they're so good at what they do. Whether it's in a 9-member group, whether it's individual, it really doesn't matter. They're very good at what they do, and that's why they've been around for so long. And hopefully they continue to do this for a very long time, because they're very good at what they do. But all in all, that is a terrific album, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you all for listening along with me. Again, hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, checking in with your friends or family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day-to-day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.